Hello, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to today's live trading session. Thank God it's Friday and hope you've been making money. Hope you've been making money. We are going to be looking at the market together. And since today has actually been a very volatile day. And by the way, hope you had a wonderful holiday. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. And congratulations and happy celebration to all our Muslim families. And I'm still expecting to get you understand now? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, please do well to send my own share. Just bring it to any of Rally's offices. Yes, I'll definitely get it. Just put a hashtag on it. Put a hashtag on it for Chikizie. Yes, it will be sent to me. But hope you had a great celebration. Okay, so we're just going to give extra 2 minutes for those who are still trying to log in due to network to join in. But we're going to be starting as soon as possible. Once is 2:05, but don't worry, I'm going to be very much relaxed. I'm going to be very slow, and we're going to be taking some good trades, and I believe you should be able to make some good profit within the shortest possible time. Okay. So just in a few minutes, we're going to be getting started. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. All right, so we're going to be starting with looking at the dollar index to know exactly how dollar index has been behaving for the period. And you're going to be seeing my screen just right about now. Yeah, I believe you should be seeing my screen already. Right, you should be seeing my screen, right? All right, so this is US 100, but we're going to be starting with dollar index. Yes, let's start with dollar index to know exactly what dollar index is all about. And for those that are joining us for the first time today, welcome. And we're going to be looking at the directions of the market using 5 minutes time frame. But before we do that, we are going to look at the dollar index to know the direction of dollar, since dollar actually controls most other instruments. All right, so for today, you discover that a fundamental actually came out earlier on that pushed this particular price really down. So if you can check your Forex Factory, you will discover that there are a couple of fundamentals that are coming out today. I don't know if you took out time to check fundamentals today. Now, one thing about trading, before you start up every single day, make sure that you've gone through the fundamentals. All right. Make sure you've gone through the fundamentals to know what news is coming out and what time the news is coming out. right? So we had a couple of fundamentals that actually came out, few from other economies, but then we had core PCE price index that came out by 130, and it came out neutral for dollar. And of course, the neutrality is actually less than the previous. Now, you probably will be saying, but it came out neutral. So how come it is still selling like this? How come dollar sold? Remember that we have the actual, we have the forecast, and we have the previous. Now, anytime the news come out less than the previous, even though it is the same as the forecast, know that it is going to go against that particular economy. All right. So the neutral value is still less than the previous. I don't know if that makes it make any sense. The previous report is still less than the previous report. The previous report was on 0.4, and the current the actual is 0.3, and the current one is 0.3 also. So that's actually why you're seeing it going against dollar this much. All right. So that being said, it means that news that came out is actually against US dollars, and it has actually been so volatile. It's been so volatile. And now looking at dollar index on 1 hour time frame, what do you say? I will say that dollar index is still going to sell. So anybody that wants to take advantage of dollar right now, I will advise go in for a sell. Go in for a sell. Now, even looking at it on 1 hour on 1 hour time frame, it is still I'm still going to be selling dollar index. So if you want to make money from this particular instrument, I will advise you go in for a sell at the current market price. Yeah, go in for a sell at the current market price, and you'll be taking your profit at price 102.555. Let's even take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame and see what we've got here. Look at it, even on 5 minutes time frame, do you see we have enough space? So I personally say will tell you that on 5 minutes time frame, you can take your profit all the way till the next verify support, but then I think I prefer this 102.555. Let me locate that part again. 102.555 is just a perfect position for your take profit. All right, so 102.555 is perfect for your take profit on this particular instrument. So for dollar index, you can go ahead and sell. And I think we're even done with today's analysis. Don't you think so? Because if dollar index is going to sell, there are a lot of other instruments that has an inverse relationship with dollar. If that is the case, if they're having such inverse relationship with dollar, it means that as dollar is selling, they would be buying. They will be buying. So for today on dollar, 102.555 is our take profit for USD. 102.555 is our take profit. So you can go ahead and sell your dollar. You can go ahead and sell your dollar. All right. You can go ahead and sell your dollar. Okay. Yeah. And then setting up your take profit at price 102.555. All right. It's a perfect take profit for us today. All right. So let's take a look at it with respect to other instruments. Let's take a look at it with respect to other instruments. All right. So before I continue with other instruments, last week I told you about Euro JPY, right? I told you about Euro JPY, and I said you should go ahead and buy your Euro JPY. I don't know how many of you actually bought Euro JPY, and if you did, congratulations, you actually made really good amount of money, and it's still going up on a buy. So if you still want to go in for Euro JPY, yeah, you still have the opportunity to buy your Euro JPY. And also going back to GBP JPY also, I told you that if price can comfortably break above this particular, I think it was this price level back then. Yeah, I told you if it breaks above this particular 183.420, you should enter a buy. And once it goes above it, that is this resistance that is building up here, go in for a buy. And if I were you, I would even enter the buy right about now at this current price. So for GBP JPY and for Euro JPY, you're still going to be having an upward push. So you're still going to be having a buy. So for those of you that trade on Euro JPY and GBP JPY and you're on a buy, congratulations. But if you're not yet on a buy, you still have the opportunity to go in for a buy on Euro JPY and GBP JPY. GBP JPY and Euro JPY. So let's take briefly look at Euro USD and see what we are expecting on this particular instrument. So for Euro USD, you could see the consistent buy that we've been having as a result of the sell on US dollars, on dollar index. So with this, I am still going in for a buy on Euro USD. You can still go ahead and buy Euro USD. Still go ahead and buy your Euro USD. And the take profit for Euro USD should be at price 1.09213. 1.09213. So there is still going to be a fundamental by 3 p.m., but I still feel that this particular instrument is still going to push up to that extent. All right. So dollar is going to be, I'm expecting dollar to be weak for the remaining part of the period. Now, if you want to see what I'm talking about, go on 1 hour time frame on Euro USD. Let's take a look at what is happening on 1 hour time frame. So do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see that region I gave you? Now, this particular trade, it has every single opportunity to still go up. All right. The opportunity to still go up is very much high. So if you want to make some good profit from your Euro USD, go in for it with a big lot size. Of course, I told you about trade stacking. All right. You can stack up your trade with good lot size, and you should be able to make your profit. Before price even gets to that point, you should have made really good amount of money. All right. So look at it on 1 hour time frame. It is at a premium point, at a premium position. So you can actually still enter your trade and make good amount of money for Euro USD. So going back to 5 minutes time frame, of course, you still have the opportunity. Make your profit. All right, go ahead and enter your trade and make your profit for Euro USD. Of course, now going to USD JPY, you already know what I like about Euro JPY, right? You already know my position. But for today, we are going to be selling USD JPY. Yes, we're going to be selling USD JPY. And like I always say, anytime you're selling USD JPY, once it gets to the next support, enter buy. Once USD JPY gets to a support, enter buy. So that means that you can actually set up a sell, go ahead and sell, but take your profit at this region at price 144.184. So a sell is still very much perfect on USD JPY. So USD JPY. Now look at the software I'm using. That's the indicator, the IPM indicator I'm using. Sorry, rather my ADX indicator. Look at the buy position is still heading down. Do you understand? It is still giving you a very good downward push. So it's telling you that this particular instrument will still go down. So, but then the sell still has a very good opportunity to push up. So with that in mind, we're going to be selling USD JPY. But once price gets to 144.184, 144.184 should be your take profit. And once it gets there, enter what? Enter a buy. Once USD JPY gets to that verified support, enter a buy. Enter a buy and then follow it back up. Does that make any sense? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Enter a sell, take your profit, then enter another buy and take it all the way up. So did you get that for USD JPY? USD JPY, we're going to be having a sell at the current market price to the support and then buy again from that point. So let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame and see if on a scalping level, if it is giving us exactly what we want. All right, so now this is that consolidation you're seeing there. This is just what it is. So now I am expecting it to break below this weak support and head to this proven support right at this level. All right, I'm expecting it to go below this point and get to this level. So for USD JPY for this afternoon, kindly go for a sell. All right, go for a sell. You can go ahead and enter your sell. Take your profit at 144.184. Then from that region, buy again. Don't forget that word, buy again. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. I already told you what you should do about GBP JPY and Euro JPY, right? I already told you, go in for a buy. All right, go in for a buy on this particular two instrument and don't look back. Once you have a good enough money in your account, then this is actually for swing traders. Enter the trade as a swing trader and then just forget about it for the remaining part of next week. and then see the amount of money you make. Now, sometimes don't be in a haste to rush out of your trade, especially when you see this kind of move. When you notice that an instrument is on an uptrend, and it's something that you don't necessarily just need to enter and then or rush out. Some of those trades, just enter it and leave it. Be trading on another instrument, but just let it be. Do you understand? I remember in February, all right, when US 100 was still selling, I entered a buy on that particular instrument because I saw a kind of a signal for a buy. I entered it with a very small lot size, 0.02. As small as that was, it ran from February, March, and April. Then early May, I closed the trade. Now go and check between February. As at February, I even still sold more. So I was on negative. But because it was not a big loss size, so it didn't really affect me that much. But go and check what happened in March and April. Do you understand? So I'm just telling you that sometimes in this kind of instruments, especially these currency pairs that don't really have much weight, enter the trade and let it run, make your money, and then come out after a few days. You would have made some really good amount of money. All right. And even if you're negative on those trades, don't worry yourself and just let them be. Okay, so let's take a look at USD CAD and then move to the next one. Now, USD CAD did not really have as much volatility as other instruments did. All right, USD CAD didn't have as much volatility as other instruments did, even though there was other fundamentals that also came out. Now, if you check very well, Canadian economy also had some fundamentals that came out today, and it came out negative. So this is a matter of negative instrument against another negative instrument. So the two instruments are negative in terms of their of the news report. So Canadian dollar is weak and US dollar is weak also. So the next thing is, which of them is weaker? All right. So with that in mind, going on 5 minutes time frame for USD CAD, let's see the direction we are going to be taking. Let's see the direction we are going to be taking. So just expand the chart. Okay, so for this particular instrument, because of the weak report that came out, we're going to be setting an order trade. We're going to be setting up a sell order and a buy order. We're going to be setting up a sell order and a buy order. All right. So the sell order is going to be below the support, and then the buy order is just going to be above this particular candle right here. So this is what we're going to be doing for USD Canadian economy. So you can set up this particular trade. You can take a screenshot or you can type it out. You can type it out. All right. You can take a look at it and also type it out. Now, someone said oil is pushing up. Now, the reason why, of course, oil is pushing up, that's why you're seeing USD CAD having a little bit of a sell. All right. So the strength in oil is actually what is giving a little bit strength in Canadian economy. But of course, it's not as strong as you think. All right. So what I can advise is that on Canadian economy, USD CAD, for a buy, take a buy from price 1.32734. 1.32734 should be where your buy position should be. Put up your buy position at that level. Then your take profit should be at price 1.32814. 1.32814. All right, I believe you got that. Then for sell, I'll be taking sell from price 1.32. Sorry about that. Someone's camera came up and blocked my screen. So just trying to turn that off. Please kindly do well to turn off your camera. Okay, perfect. Thank you for doing that. All right. So for sell is 1.32484. 1.32484. Then the take profit should be at 1.32399. 1.32399. So that should be a perfect positioning for your USD CAD. I hope you've taken note of it. Have you taken note of the two entry positions? All right. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. But I know that you're going to actually make some good profit from this particular trades. Now, for the person that was talking about the oil, if you can check, if you can see, the strength on USD CAD is actually as a result of this push you're seeing in oil. All right, so that's why you're saying this, because oil actually has go a long way in controlling what happens in Canadian economy. All right, so let's take a look at also one of my favorite instruments, that's GBP USD. GBP USD. All right. Someone is saying is what is it called? USD card. That is just USD card that we analyzed a few minutes ago. Just USD card that we just finished analyzing. And then GBP USD, I'm also going to be going in for a buy on GBP USD. Yes, for GBP USD, I'm actually going in for a further buy on GBP USD. All right, GBP USD, yeah, well, you can go ahead and buy GBP USD. Go ahead and buy your GBP USD. All right, I am buying my GBP USD, and my take profit is going to be all the way to price 1.27307. 1.27307. So going on 5 minutes time frame to check it out and see that particular region, if it has any okay, so of course that's actually where the resistance line is. Okay, but then we can just bring it down to the next resistance right here. All right, so you can go ahead and buy your GBP USD. Yeah, go ahead and buy it. Now look at the ADX also. It's giving us a very sell buy momentum. All right, look at the DI plus and the ADX line are above our 20 period midpoint. All right, so that is actually a very good confirmation for a further buy. So for USD, GBP USD, you can go in for a buy and enjoy the ride all the way up. All right, go in for a buy and enjoy the ride all the way up. Okay. Okay, let me just try to answer this question, but I believe this kind of question shouldn't actually be. But let me, why are you taking position from 5 minutes? I thought it should be 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Now, the point you're taking your position doesn't matter once you do your analysis on that particular time frame. I did the analysis on 5 minutes time frame, so I feel I should be taking the position on 5 minutes time frame. And if you've been joining this class, you will notice that most of the positions that we take has always been on 5 minutes time frame. And the reason is because it is mostly a scalping trading sessions. We mostly do more of scalping. All right. So in that regard, we use 5 minutes time frame. And some other persons actually requested that I take the entry position for CAD. So I'll just repeat it one more time. So for CAD, I have the buy position at price 1.32734. 1.32734. And the take profit should be, and is a buy stop and a sell stop, please. The take profit is also at price 1.32814. 1.32814. All right. And then the sell is at price 1.32484. And the take profit at price 1.32399. Okay. All right. So let's just take a look at US 2000 and see what the market is looking like on US 2000. Now, if you check US 2000, it's actually already on a premium position. Like most people are actually suggesting that the trade might stop here, but I'm still expecting this particular trade to get to the untested resistance up there. I'm expecting this particular trade to still get to that untested resistance at price 1917.7. 1917.7 should be your buy target. All right. So you can go ahead and buy, take your profits at price 1917.7. 1917.7 should be your buy target. All right, that should be your buy target. But then let's go to 5 minutes time frame and see what we've got on 5 minutes time frame and see exactly. So do you see exactly those regions? That is where the take profit, the resistance is also on 5 minutes time frame. So for US 2000, go ahead and enter your buy and then take your profit at price 1917.7. 1917.7. 1917.7. That is where our take profit is going to be. All right, so that is for USD, for US 2000. Yes, you can still go ahead and do your buy. Yeah, go ahead and buy your US 2000. And of course, you already know the reason for all the buys, right? Because currently dollar is weak. We said that dollar index is still going to go down. We said that dollar index is still going to go down. It's still going to push all the way down. So if that is going to be the case, we're expecting other instruments to probably push up the more. All right, we're expecting other instrument to push up the most. So for US 2000, you can go ahead and buy. Go ahead and buy your US 2000. Take your profit at price 1917.7. 1917.7. 1917.7. Okay. All right. So now, briefly, let's take a look at US 30. Let's take a look at US 30 and see what we're actually expecting on US 30. Now, US 30 is currently on a weak resistance. US 30 is currently on a weak resistance on 5 minutes time frame. But then I also feel that this particular trade would most likely break above the weak resistance and is headed to the verified resistance right there. All right. The space is not much, but then I actually am expecting it to get to that point. So you can just take up a very little buy on US 30 and set your take profit at price 34590. For US 30, I am stopping at price 34590. 34590. Okay, 34590. I'm even expecting it to even go higher than this. I'm expecting it to still go up, but then let's just take a look at it on what. Okay, now do you see 1 hour time frame? This is what we're this is what we're expecting. This is what it's looking like. Do you understand? So we can even take it up on using 1 hour time frame as a take profit point. So going back to 30 minutes or 5 minutes, going back to 5 minutes, we can say that okay, it's actually headed to the next resistant level. All right, so perfect. So for US 30, you can take your profit. Yeah, let's use this verified resistance on 5 minutes as our take profit point. So exactly at the current market price, you can go ahead and take up a buy. You can take up a buy at this point and then take your profit at price 34588. 34588. All right, 34588 should be your take profit for this particular instrument. 34588. Okay, so and finally, for today, if you take a look at gold, gold has actually been on a very premium point. All right, it's been doing really amazing this period. All right, so let me just use impute my IPM and then clear other. Okay, so great. I'm actually also expecting gold to even have a higher push up. So for gold, if you're still if you're yet to enter your buy, yes, you still have a very good opportunity to still follow up the buy on gold. All right, so it's already 230, but then I will still be going in for a buy on gold. Do you understand? Like I remember when I analyzed the US the dollar index, I was actually expecting a lot of persons to already take a buy position on other instruments. All right, when I said dollar index was going to sell, the best you would have done for yourself is that go to gold and buy. All right, go to US 30 and buy, and then go to US 100. Even if you don't buy on any other instrument, you'd have just gone to gold and then still buy. Do you understand? Don't jump into the sell that is going on gold. Please, if you jump into the sell, it might not be very much end perfectly well. So I would advise go in for a further buy on gold. All right, because if you want to check, go to 1 hour time frame, check the positioning of the trade. All right, check the position of the trade. You discover that in as much as is on a resistance, but the probability of it getting to the next resistance is very much high. And of course, the moving average is already turning blue, giving you a more of a buy momentum. All right, so that's why I said it is best to go in for a further buy on gold rather than a sell. All right, so US 2000 also, I said I'll be going in for a further buy on US 2000. Yes, my take profit is still going to be up at around that region. So don't jump into a full buy. Sorry, don't jump into a sell on US 2000. Look at the trend over time. It will tell you exactly what to expect. So for US 2000, I'm going in for a sell. And for I think I looked at yeah, for US 30 also, I'll also be doing the same. So if you even take a look at US 100, you discover that it's still pushing up. So, and of course, this particular one is faster than every other instrument. So that will give you a clearer view of what the market is going to be giving to you. All right, so we're also going to be taking a look at, okay. Okay, Okay, Temitope, I don't know who is your account manager. What you can do is that drop me your number on private message. All right, click on that send to everyone, then select of course select my name of as Rally Trade, then type in your number for me, send it to me as a direct message. I'm going to give you a call. Let's talk about this, because before you'll be able to set up this trade, you should be able to know how to even do it in the first place. Don't send it as a general message. Please send it as a private message. All right, I will give you a call right after this class. Okay, so for US30, you should have already been on a good profit, and hope you did not enter the sell, and I hope you did not enter that sell. Yeah, for US 2000, yes, I'm still holding on to my buy. So for US 100, is still going to be buying, and for gold, yes, I'm still holding on to my buy. So let's take a look at the US GBP USD. Sorry, USD that someone asked. Yes, I will also be holding up to my sell for that. So on generally, I'm still going to be holding on to all the positions that are already mentioned. Every single position I mentioned, still hold on to them. All right, still hold on to all the positions. Okay. Once I see your message, I will copy your number, then I'll be able to give you a call after this meeting. I hope you can actually hear me. Okay, so what I will do is that let me just send you a direct message so that you know how to do it. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at agro commodities. Let's take a look at agro commodities and see. Now, generally, agro commodities is sitting on a very good point. It's sitting on a support. All right, on a verified support. But the question now is that, is it going to break the verified on the support, or is it going to bounce off from this support? All right. At the early hours of today, we actually had a bounce off on this particular instrument. It had a little bit of a gap up, but then I am expecting more of a sell momentum after this particular sell direction was recorded early this week. I'm still maintaining the sell position that's already started. Okay, so with that in mind, let's see what we're expecting. Let's see the direction of the gap. Oh, okay, it actually had a gap up. It actually had a gap up. So I will advise, okay, fine, you can just go in for a buy. Go in for a buy, but please don't stay long on this particular buy. All right, so for US, for wheat, you can go in for a buy, just a very little take profit. You can take your profit at 678.11, 678.11 for wheat. All right, but for corn also, you can go in for a buy and take your profits. You don't necessarily need to wait for the take profit itself. Remember, you don't even need to wait for the take profit. All right, but you can take your profits for corn at price 537.41, 537.41. Wheat should be at price 678.11, 678.11, and corn should be at price 537.41. All right, 537.11. And for soybean, those people that trade on soybean, yeah, you can also go for a buy. All right, but in soybean, you're going to be determining your take profit points. All right, but for corn, those are actually where I'm going to be stopping up my trade. And for wheat also, if you're actually on wheat already, you should have been on profit already for wheat. You should have been on profit already for wheat. So for wheat, we're going in for a buy. For corn, we are going in for a buy. Get? So this particular instrument on wheat, like I said, you should have already been on profit for wheat. But then I'm going to apologize. I'm not going to be calling everyone that's sending me their numbers. It's just the person I actually requested for her number, and she hasn't even sent the number yet. So I probably will just, so if you're having any issue on how to set up your account, or you have issue on setting up your MT5, kindly, who is your account manager? All right, who is your account manager? If you're having issue with setting up your MT5, do well to call your account manager. He or she would help you set up your MT5. All right, reach out to your account manager, and okay, fine. I would just reach out to your account manager. They will tell you what to do. All right, on setting up your MT5 account. All right. Okay, I have a couple of questions that I would actually like to. Yes, corn and wheat. I'm buying corn and wheat. When you say don't stay long on corn and wheat, please, what do you mean and how long? Like, don't stay. What I mean is that you're just supposed to, you're targeting about 2 pips. All right. The plan is that you can use 0.1 or 1 standard lot, 0.1 or 1 standard lot. Enter the trade. You're not staying long. You're just taking about 1 or 2 pips. Like yesterday, when I took up the trade, I think it was just about 3 pips I took on 1 standard lot, and I of course I made some really good amount of money with that. So you're not staying long in that trade, meaning that you are not actually staying long. You're just entering and then coming out once you're on a good profit, on a premium profit. So you're not staying long on those trades. I hope that is well understood. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that the person that wants to set up his MT5, I'm going to give you a call. All right, so so that I could talk about that. So after which, I think you can actually proceed from there. Okay, so that would be all for today. Today is already Friday, and of course, like you said, thank God it's Friday. Make sure you enjoy your weekend, and if you still have some trades running, hold on to the trades. And like I also said, on your Euro JPY and GBP JPY, you can go ahead and enter a buy, like I said, and of course, don't be in a haste to rush out from the trade. And US JPY, always look out for a perfect position to enter a sell. All right, sorry, always look out for a perfect position to enter a buy on USJPY. But this particular sell is still going to come down to this proven support before any further push up. So if you're still on a sell, yeah, it is fine. Just allow it to run. But you can, just to be on a safe side, you can set up a stop loss above the verified resistance at price 144.742. All right, just around that place. But I'm expecting this particular instrument to still have a massive fall to this particular proven support before any further push up. And of course, for Euro USD, it's still going to have a massive a push up to this price 1.09 to 13. All right, so I'm going to give a call to those that promise I'm going to give a call to. And please, if you want to have our daily informations or daily trade hints and the rest of them, do well to click on the Telegram channel to join our Telegram channel. And of course, we also have this particular trade or analysis is going to be on our YouTube page. So you can do well to revisit our YouTube page and watch the rebroadcast. And also, if you want to take a look at some of the other trainings that we've had on any other thing that you want to see, of course, do well to visit the same link and take a look at some of our analysis already, and also some of the trainings that we've done, maybe what you want to get acquainted with. You can always get those informations on our YouTube page. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. It's already 5 minutes past the hour, that the minutes that we're supposed to stop, but still, it was for a good cause. Thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful weekend. See you on Monday, same time, same link. Enjoy your weekend.